Welcome to part number 4 of the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past playthrough. We just finished the Desert Palace, and hey, look at that, a piece of heart. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but if you collect 4 pieces of heart, you get an extra heart on your health bar. You also get a full heart container for completing a dungeon and beating the boss. So collect up on those hearts because they're definitely useful, obviously. Health is generally a good thing in video games. I mean, generally. I don't know where it's a bad thing, but whatever. Now we are going to get the Pendant of Wisdom. I almost said Power. And there's a reason I keep confusing those two. It's because I think that the Pendant of Power should be red, and I'll explain to you why. It's obvious that the Pendant of Courage should be green, because in future Legend of Zelda games, Link has the Triforce of Courage, and so the Pendant of Courage should be green to match Link's outfit, which is green in every game. That makes sense. And for the Pendant of Power and Pendant of Wisdom, when I think of power, I think more of red than I think of blue. Because red, you know, it symbolizes, you know, people that are bloodthirsty, they lust for power, and when I think red, I think of more of an aggressive person. Maybe that's just me. But when I think of blue, I think of, you know, calm, you know, I think of the ocean, I think of, you know, wisdom. I just think that the Pendant of Wisdom should be blue. I don't know. That's just a little nitpick I have with the game. Nothing too major, but I feel like that they should be switched. Maybe it's just me. Now we're heading up to Death Mountain, and in order to enter Death Mountain, you need the Power Glove to lift up that rock. Theoretically, you could get the Pendant of Wisdom before the Pendant of Power, but I don't know why you would just leave the Desert Palace after getting the Power Glove. That doesn't make much sense. Anyways, it doesn't matter. And who is this old guy? What are you doing? Stop following me! Yes, I am looking for... No, I'm not looking for the Golden Power. Not yet. Oh, he tells us not to get involved in such a quest for the Golden Power. He's talking about the Triforce, which is, it allows anyone who touches it to, it grants their wishes. So if a bad person gets a hold of it, the world will turn out in a very evil, dark place. But if a good person gets it, like Zelda, the world will be a happy, joyous place. The Triforce will be a key plot point later in the game, but don't worry about it just yet. You won't see it for a while. Oh, we brought the old man back to his cave. And he gives us the magic mirror. And what does the magic mirror do? Absolutely nothing. Right now. Hint, hint. If you talk to the old man, he'll refill your health. So do that on your way up. And now it's time to climb Death Mountain. There's 2 ways you can climb it. You can either go outside and climb up, or you can go through this cave. I like to go through this cave because when you go outside, there's a bunch of boulders falling from the top of the mountain. For some reason. Why are these giant boulders? I don't get it. Why are they green of all colors? I don't know. The cave is just... It's not really a shortcut, but it keeps you safe for a little while. You still have to go outside, but it keeps you safe for a little bit, so why not? And what's this thing? Whoa, where are we doing? Whoa, whoa, what's going on? Why am I a rabbit? What is going on? I'm very confused. Why am I a rabbit? Now is a good time to pull out the magic mirror. And look at this guy. He was going after the Golden Power, but he got turned into what looks like some sort of dinosaur. I don't know, he's got a horn and whatnot. But use the magic mirror and you will turn back to normal and go back to the normal world. That was really weird. What was going on there? Maybe we'll learn more about that when we go further into the game. I don't want to spoil anything. From now on, I'm gonna try to not spoil the endings of any games. I don't wanna spoil it, you know, for people who haven't played this game. I don't want to spoil the ending. Even though this game is not very story heavy, the story's pretty shallow and it's kind of predictable, but I still don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played the game. I want them to enjoy it sort of as a first-time player, even though they're a first-time watcher, but saying that, I should recommend that you go buy this game. There's no excuse. You can get it on the Wii Virtual Console. You can get it, you can buy the Super Nintendo cartridge. You can even buy it for Game Boy Advance. Yeah, they ported it to Game Boy Advance along with Four Swords. Four Swords. They're on the same cartridge. I haven't actually played Four Swords, and you need 4 players to play Four Swords, so I never got to play it. I heard it wasn't that good, though. So. I also haven't played Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube. Maybe I'll get that one day. It looks kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm just not that interested. So as I was saying, go get this game. I mean, I don't know how much it costs on the Virtual Console. I think it's $10, maybe? What are Super Nintendo games on the Virtual Console? Maybe it's 15. No, N64 games are 15. I think it's $10. I think NES games are $5. Super Nintendo games are 10 and N64 are 15. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's correct. So yeah, go get this game. No, in fact, I bet you could get the Game Boy Advance cart for like $4. Either at your local video game store. Actually, no. Recently, GameStop stopped selling Game Boy Advance games. Or no, they're still selling them, but they're considered collector's items now, so they don't accept them anymore. So it actually might be pretty difficult to find there, unless you have a not GameStop store around you. I know I don't. I hate GameStop, by the way. They charge ridiculous prices. You know what you should do? Here. My advice to you, order games online. They're so much cheaper. They're so much cheaper, and you don't have to give money to GameStop. GameStop is so evil, you don't want to give money to them. I mean, can you wait like 3 days? Yeah, you can wait 3 days. And even with newer games, Amazon will ship it to you the day the game comes out. So you don't have to wait that much later than everyone else. Unless people are going to like some midnight release. And speaking of midnight releases, I really don't recommend you ever go to one. I've been to quite a few, and none of them have been really that fun. The people there, they're always really weird. Like, really weird. Like, you think I'm weird. You should see some of the people at midnight releases. I can't even explain it to you. You have to imagine. I can't. Sometimes they give out free stuff. Like the last one I went to, they gave me a poster, which was actually pretty cool, but it's really not worth it. And you have to stay up really late. That's not really a problem for me. I have sleeping issues, but for other people it is. And I don't know, I'd rather just wait, to be honest, and get it in the morning. I really don't care that much. Unless it's a game I've been anticipating forever, which hasn't happened in a while. I think the last time it happened was 2010 when StarCraft 2 came out. I was waiting for that game since they announced it. I obviously went to the midnight release for that one. It was better than most midnight releases, but I still wasn't pleased with it. It wasn't that fun. And I don't think I'll be going to any more midnight releases ever again. Unless, yeah. Oh, I know, no, you know what? I was gonna say if Mega Man X9 comes out, but the thing is, if Mega Man X9 ever gets made, which I doubt it will, there's no way it's going to be released on a disc. It's just gonna be a downloadable thing like Mega Man 9 and 10. So there won't be a midnight release for that. But yeah, Capcom, make Mega Man X9. Like, I'm waiting. I've been waiting for years now. What's holding you back? Why don't you do... You know what you did with Mega Man 9 and 10, where you took the old graphics and made a new game? Do that with the X series. Make Mega Man X9. Please. It's the last thing I want. It's the last game I have been anticipating forever. It's on my #1 list right now of games I want to be made. And it always will be there. Oh, I wish there was another Super Nintendo Mega Man X. But we're getting off track. The item I got a lot earlier was the Moon Pearl. And that allows you to retain your human form in the Dark World. The world we visited earlier when we turned into a bunny. So that's a useful item. It's required to beat the game, so make sure you get it. And now it's time to fight Weedle! It's Weedle from the Pokemon series. No, but I don't know the name of it. But this boss is really annoying. The thing is with this boss, you can get knocked off the edge. And then you have to climb back up, and you have to start the whole boss fight over again. He'll go back to full health. And it's really a pain if you get knocked off. Like, you have no idea. I just hate it when I get knocked off. It happens at least once every playthrough. Like right there. Like right there. And I have to climb back up and do it all over again. And that's just silly. I actually fell off another time, but I cut that one out because you don't need to see me fail twice. Although, if I didn't say anything, you guys wouldn't have noticed. But I want to be honest with everybody. Tell you when I edit footage and stuff like that. I don't know. But you have to hit him on the tail. I think it's 5 or 6 times. And each time you hit him, he gets progressively faster. So, yeah, once you're one hit away, he becomes really fast, and it's pretty much just luck. And I swear, his movement pattern is completely random. I don't know what determines how he moves. It doesn't seem logical. He just bounces off walls. You know, why can't he fly off the edge? That would be an easy boss fight, huh? Anyways, here I demonstrate the fairy ability. When you die, the fairy comes out and resurrects you. And it gives me full health right now. I think I have 7 hearts right now. It's hard to count. I think it's 7. Now it's 8. And there is the Pendant of Wisdom. I almost said power, but I remembered. And that is the last pendant. We can now go get the Master Sword. But where is the Master Sword? Well, if you remembered from earlier in the game, the Elder said that the Master Sword was located in the Lost Woods. So we have to go find the Lost Woods. Actually, no, he marked it on our map, so we don't have to. See, right there on the map, it's in the top left corner. And look at that forest. That's a giant forest. That is not going to be fun, going through that forest. You would think it would be a really huge forest, but it's actually not. It's actually pretty short. Right here, I kill myself, because at this point in the recording, I haven't realized that you can just save and quit. I realized that later, but at this point I thought I had to kill myself. Because I was thinking in terms of the original Legend of Zelda, where you didn't really have a save feature. Well, you did have a save feature, but you had to use a second controller, and that's just silly. Like, that is silly. And so I warped to the Sanctuary, which is the closest place to the Lost Woods. It's actually really close, 2 screens to the left. And we'll go through the Lost Woods and get the Master Sword in part number 5. I'll see you then.